Hi. So let's talk a little bit about a food journal. If you want to figure out what the best diet is for you and how your body reacts to certain foods, you want to take the time to document how your body reacts to certain foods. And a food journal is a really good way to get an oversight as what you're eating and also get an idea of any foods that may be the culprit in some of the symptoms you're having and you're trying to eliminate. Um, so what you do in a food journal is you track everything you eat along with symptoms you are monitoring, which could be acid reflux, palpitations, anxiety, whatever it is. Um, and emotional states that are standing out. So if you notice you get really restless, or if you notice you're getting really angry, you're going through a phase where everything is angry or frustrating. Um, so I have in the lecture later on, there's a little example of how you could do the food journal. I recommend either do it on your phone. Like I know a lot of the younger people nowadays, they do most of the stuff on the phone, so you can keep a little file in your phone and just add everything. Um, or if you're more old school, you can get like a little notebook. They have like the small postcard size notebooks, which are usually good for that. Keep either one in your purse so you have it with you all the time, or you may want to keep one at the house where you have your meals, you prepare your meals where you see it, though you don't forget to enter it, and then have a backup with you in your purse or at the job in case you forget the other one. So you really want to make sure that you're tracking everything. And really all you do is you do it all in one line. So you start with this is the date, and then say you have breakfast in the morning, so you write down the time you have breakfast, and then you write down all the ingredients that were part of this breakfast. So I'm not interested in the amounts of food you eat. Like you don't need to keep track of the grams and the portion sizes and everything. It's mainly the idea to get a feel for the energetics of the food you eat. So for example, for breakfast, you may have had some overnight oats. So that would be, say, soy milk or regular milk or yogurt, you maybe chia seeds, oatmeal, raspberries. You had a cup of coffee with it, and you put sugar and cream into the coffee. So that's basically what you write down. Everything you use to make this breakfast, including the drinks. Put the time down as well when you ate it. And then as you go through the day, say you get heartburn or you're tracking palpitations and you get palpitations, write down the time and when you experience the symptoms. Also, again, extreme emotional states, like anything you want to track that you feel is making you feeling uncomfortable or is something you would like to improve, track those symptoms and track that within the food journal. I recommend to do a food journal for at least a week. You should do 3 to 5 days minimum. The more data you get, the more accurate the readings will be, and the better you'll be able to identify foods that may be a problem for you. Like, for example, if you feel bloated an hour after eating dairy or an hour after eating a certain food, then there's a pretty good indication that that food is not really a good one for you. So that's what I want you to do for this segment as your homework. Get a food journal, and again, you can simply do it in your phone, whatever is easiest for you, that every time when you eat something, even if it's just a snack, you can write it down. So you have the time, the date, what you ate, symptoms that you're tracking, emotional states that you're tracking. And then once you kept it for about a week, that'll give you a better idea of how your body reacts to certain foods. So that's when you can start analyzing the data. You look over what you ate, or you look for the symptoms you're trying to track, and then you backtrack. You basically looked at the last few food entries before you tracked a symptom and see if there's a common denominator. And that's really a reliable way to figure out how your body reacts to certain foods and determine whether some of the symptoms that make you feel uncomfortable, or even that you're being treated by from a doctor, it'll give you a good way to figure out if some of these symptoms may be triggered by foods.